Okay, as you can see, I am not in Ohio anymore, and from the intro as well. I have moved to the desert. I packed up all my shit and got out here because it's warm. I love the heat, and I just love the environment. It's one of the most stunning places I've ever been in my life. And also for my job, I moved out here, so hopefully that'll mean a much better future for me. But I've also moved out here with some toys. I got a new camera recently, and that's what you've been seeing most of the footage on. But it is the Sony a7S III, and I am looking to see if it'll overheat in this sun. So it'll be a two-part test. I'm going to just shoot around, get some footage, test out my new gear, but also I'm going to see if this thing overheats, because it has. Now, I had it on the lower temperature, but so I have switched that to high, and I'm in 4K 30, so we'll see what happens, but I've got a target out there at, I think, around 25 yards. I do not have my rangefinder. I forgot it, so I'm just going to shoot that real quick and get going. Wondering, I have not seen any danger noodles yet, but there's a first time for everything, so quite warm, but I don't see any warning signs of overheating. So that is what I've been told about the Sony a7S III, is that you know, you can put it in an oven, you can put it in a really hot environment, but the thing that really gets it to where it's going to overheat is the radiant temperature of the sun beating down on it. So that's what I've got right now back there. Now it's later on in the day, so I'm hoping that won't matter as much. But I haven't seen very many people test their a7S IIIs in Arizona, where usually there's not a cloud in the sky, and when it's 107 degrees outside, which is what it's at right now. And you know what? I love every second of it, because it's, I think, 19% humidity, so I'm fine with that. 6 minutes in. I don't know how far this is, but I'm going to guess around 55, maybe 60. Nah. I'm going to go 50. See if we hit the target. hit the top, which means let's go 40, see what happens. You won't always be able to use your rangefinder, so this is good practice. That would have been high. I'm getting really my first education in wind out here on these long shots, because Ohio, it's not really all that windy, but out here there's nothing to break the wind. So I mean, it's just pretty much constant. But keep in mind, I'm rusty. I haven't shot in a week and a half, so that's the first one. I had no idea what range it was at. Second one, and then the third one. So I was aiming pretty much center. Yeah. I don't really know what to say about that. It is what it is. Again from that distance. I'm trying to take the same route every single time so that I don't run into any danger noodles, so they don't bite my leg and then I miss the first day at my new job because I'm the dumbass who got bitten by a rattlesnake 2 days before he starts his new job. That was much better. Getting back out and shooting feels good. Just that week and a half off really cut down on my skills. You start to get bad habits again. Much better, but I can do better. I have learned that taking breaks in between shots will help you immensely with being precise and accurate. So why don't we get some B-roll real quick? amount of B-roll there. We've recorded for almost 19 minutes. This camera's very warm. So I don't know what its stopping point is going to be. I've heard of, in these conditions, it's stopping at, you know, like 21, 25 minutes, something like that. So we'll see, but let's keep shooting, see what we can do. I feel like that was a pretty good shot. That was a pretty good end. There were mornings in Ohio where it would be 78, maybe 80 degrees, and I would wake up just sweating. You go outside, you just feel absolutely disgusting. You go through 3 shirts throughout the day. I'm pretty active, so I do. Out here, it's 107 degrees. I'm barely sweating. I don't understand that. Well, I do. It's because of the humidity, but alright. So really, like, this is what I want to see. You've got 3 that form a nice little triangle. And you know, I'm not the best shot in the world, but I felt like I did the same thing every single time on that end, and you know, that's kind of what I want to see. So I'll take that for now. But I'm kind of anxious to see what I can do out further. So let's try to see if we can get to 60 and see what happens. Let's see if I break a really expensive arrow. 23 minutes, no overheats. With radiant sunshine. It's not noon in Arizona, but it's not cool by any means. And this camera is quite warm. Okay. I hit the target every time. That's exciting. That turned out to be pretty close to 65 yards. I don't know if the angle affected a whole bunch at all, but that was cool. I got two right next to one another, so yeah, I think that turned out to be almost exactly 65 yards. So just getting more and more confident back in the rhythm of things, and I feel good right now. So how long have we been recording? Almost 30 minutes. Keeping an eye out for danger noodles. I've not seen any so far. Let's do one more end and I'll shut this camera off. It's getting a workout today. Same story. Two right next to one another, and then one sort of like on its own, doing its own thing. I felt good on that one. Shooting on uneven surfaces, uneven ground, really changes the entire game. You feel off balance, you're using different muscles. For some reason I felt today in like my back oblique, in my lower back muscles, like right down in here, and I don't know why, but I think that happens whenever I get on uneven ground. But that's why I was doing that thing where you dig your heel in to get proper footing, then put your feet closer together. So that was interesting. One off to the right, and then one off to the right, and then two off, two in the center. So I'm okay with that. After not having shot in a week and a half, going out to 65 yards. I should hit the target every time, but you know, that's just one of those things where I just feel better the better. I just feel better the more I shoot. So all right, we've recorded for 35 minutes, so I think this thing's doing its job, and I can shut it off now. So, hey, from 4 o'clock Arizona time to 6:30 Arizona time, this thing did fine. So from 6 o'clock Arizona time to 6:30, this thing did fine, which is and it doing fine is really a huge comfort to me, because I kind of want to film some of my hunts, but it's a lot more difficult when you're out here alone and you're by yourself. That's what alone means, but it's a lot more difficult when you're by yourself and you are your own cameraman, and you can't really move the camera once the action is started. So I've thought of the idea of like setting the camera up far away and then setting it up on the animal and getting a wide shot of me stalking around and hopefully getting it. It won't be a close-up, but at least I'll get it on camera. So it's good to know that this camera will deal with the sunshine and the heat for at least 38 minutes. So, and this is on 4K 30. I think with 1080p it would do a whole lot better, and it wouldn't overheat at all. So yeah, I'm just happy to get out of here shooting my bow again. So that was my goal today, and to test all my camera equipment and stuff like that. Which reminds me, from the beginning footage, I have a drone, so let's play with that some. Get some shots of me shooting my bow at 60 yards with a drone in the background. So have fun with that.